We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal...
Every civilization has looked up at the same moon with wonder.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3...
We've walked on its surface, mapped its craters, brought back its rocks, yet somehow, the questions never stopped.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Tonight, we're exploring one of the strangest ideas ever proposed. Not to prove it, not to debunk it, but to ask why so many people, from scientists to conspiracy theorists, have wondered whether the moon is more than it appears.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So pour yourself a cup of coffee and keep looking up. Welcome to Cryptid Coffee. I am your host, Justin, here with my co-host, Nick.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, brother?
What's up?
How you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing good. I got some rest last night.
Thank God.
Thank God. When I came over last night, I was...
See, you thought we came over, and I was already here.
You were already here. Yeah, I was out of it. I got some rest. Excited about today's episode. One of my favorite topics to talk about, the moon.
The moon.
The moon.
The moon's weird.
Dude, it's always been weird, and it's always fascinated me ever since I was a kid. I always like looking up at it. I always like getting the telescope and looking at it. It's the closest celestial body to us, yet we know so little, really, about it. Its origins, where it came from, what it's doing, really. I mean...
Yeah, we don't know much about it at all.
Nah,
We don't know what NASA knows. We don't know what the government knows.
No.
They don't tell us anything.
Did we go there? I used to be in the camp of, I don't think we ever did, but I think I'm getting more into the camp of we did, but not with what they told us we went there with, because it's just impossible.
Yeah, honestly, I think we're going there all the time.
Yeah, I think so too. I do, especially the stuff we're going to get into tonight. Like the thing that really blew my mind was the Celestial documentary that I shared with you not too long ago.
Yeah,
I saw that.
We touched briefly on that the other night, but
yeah,
now we're really going to touch it.
Now we're really going to touch it. We're going to touch it so hard that it's going to file a restraining order.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's just going to, it's going to be like, get the off me,
Yeah, and you. We didn't say those words.
No, we did not.
We did not say those words.
We didn't.
Those are bad words. You don't use those words.
You don't.
But let's get into a little bit of the history of the hollow moon.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the hollow moon theory became popular in conspiracy culture during the 1970s after writers and researchers began questioning unusual characteristics about the moon itself. Believers argue the moon appears too perfect. Its exact placement allows near perfect eclipses. Not perfect, but near perfect.
Near perfect. Yeah.
Its orbit is unusually stable, and its size compared to Earth seems massive compared to many moons in our solar system. Some theorists claim these details suggest artificial placement rather than natural formation. Others believe the moon may contain enormous hollow chambers beneath its surface, possibly hiding ancient machinery or, our favorite, extraterrestrial technology.
Yeah, which I think is up there. Also, the thing that's really neat too, I took astronomy in college, which was fun. Did you take that?
No.
Oh, dude, it was a fun class.
Wish I did.
It was cool. They had a pretty cool telescope. I mean, it wasn't like a big scientific one, but it was still a pretty powerful one.
They offered that?
Yeah, it was a science class.
What the F?
I had pretty good, whatever they were called, people who signed you up for classes. What were they? Teachers, professors.
I don't know. Anyway, it didn't help us when we went there. So.
No. I mean, yeah. Anyway, but we got to see all the planets and everything, but I also learned a lot more about the moon than what I normally knew in school. But it's also very weird how the moon is locked, so we always see one side of it.
Yes.
We never see the backside. And throughout our solar system, as far as we know, there's no moons that do that. There's no moons that are tidally locked, I think is what it's called. So we never see the dark side. And I was like, oh, there's a dark side to the moon. You know, I always thought that was like a Pink Floyd thing. But, yeah, the dark side of the moon is pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And it is strange that it just never turns away. It never turns its face away from us.
No, and it's always looking at us. But, yeah, the hollow moon is just really interesting because when the astronauts went up there and they were collecting rocks, they were collecting rocks that were old, like older than some of the rocks that were on top.
That's right.
And so that just means, you know, it had to have come from below. So, like, there has to be some kind of digging going on at the moon, hollowing it out.
Yeah, they hollowed it out.
That would explain why there's rocks that are super, super old next to ones that are like, you know, only a couple thousand years old.
Why is the surface older than the interior?
Right. And I mean, some may say, oh, it's because asteroids are hitting it or meteorites and throwing, sure, like, that's fine. But
yeah,
and the amount of quantities that was on the surface was just bizarre.
Yeah, and also on Apollo 12, I believe, was it Apollo 12? They intentionally crashed their lunar module into the moon's surface to study.
Oh yeah, the seismic activity.
Seismic
Yeah,
activity. Yes.
Yeah. They dropped it and
they said it
rang like a bell for a very long time.
Like a bell. I think they said hours.
Yeah, like resonated for a very long time. And the whole idea of because the rock surface is like not as dense, so it makes it more, you know, vibrational. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. No. I really think the moon. There's something weird going on at the moon, and we're not being told about it.
Absolutely.
So we can only go with our ideas, and just so that everyone knows, these are not facts. These are just our opinions.
Yeah, we're speculating to people.
Yeah, this is pure speculation.
Some of this is fact. That was a fact.
That is a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a cold hard fact.
A module into it
and it rang. That part is fact. Why it rang is what we're trying to figure out.
And the dating of the
rocks. Yeah,
that's also a fact.
Yeah,
maybe we are telling facts.
Maybe we are.
Is this the first time?
This could be. This could be. This could be the first time that we're talking facts. But yeah, this became popular in the 1970s. It makes sense because the Apollo missions, you know, were in the late 60s, early 70s. So yeah, everyone was focused on the moon.
Yeah,
everyone was looking up there. Apollo 13. Did you ever watch that movie?
Was that the one with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did watch that.
So like that one,
good movie.
Great movie.
Kevin Bacon made it.
He did.
Kevin Bacon made it.
Kevin Bacon. He doesn't make it through a lot of movies.
No, he doesn't. What a shame.
What a shame. But yeah, they.
Speaking of Hollow Earth, remember he was in that movie Hollow Man?
Oh yeah. Wait, was that Hollow Man or Invisible Man?
We're gonna need a fact check. But I will tell you this: that is not a PG movie.
No, it is not.
So don't watch that with children.
No. They used to put that on television.
Yeah, they did. They put it on there on like TBS, and it was
cut out. But
you can't even understand what's going on.
No, but still, they were playing a little close to the chest, just like Apollo 13 was.
Yeah, way to bring it back.
Right?
Way to bring it back.
That was so nerve wracking. Can you imagine like going to the moon and you don't get to like get out and see it? You just get to fly by it, which honestly I think would be pretty cool too. But you know, they saw the dark side of the moon. All the astronauts do.
And NASA started investigating. I think it's called a TLP, transient lunar phenomena.
Yes.
During the 1960s, because reports were coming in
of some really strange stuff going on the moon, like people seeing lights flashing on the moon, which could be anything. They were saying it was like diamonds or glass or something that was reflecting back. I'm sorry, a little piece of glass isn't going to.
No, we watched Celestial. The whole thing is glowing.
Yeah, and it's colored. The moon has color.
Yeah, it does.
You know, like it's not just gray. It is. It is really beautiful. It is beautiful. It just doesn't make. It doesn't. It's too perfect. It's too perfect to naturally exist, which I do believe in a creator. I believe that God could and did create the moon.
Yeah.
But like, there's just so many weird things. Like God could have created it, but something could have hijacked it. Something could have.
Yeah, we don't know where that thing came from.
Yeah.
And there are theories. I've heard of a few. I think we watched it on Y-Files not too long ago. And one theory was like dust, like space dust, like collected in, was it called a torus?
Oh, yeah.
The donut shape.
The
and
donut
somehow
shape,
that
yeah.
formed everything. And I don't know. And then the other, the most logical, seems to be the most maybe proven theory, of course they can't prove it, is that it was basically just caught by the Earth.
Yeah.
We hijacked it.
We hijacked it? I can believe it.
That's the other theory. But that seems a little out there as well.
If we captured it, like, why is it only facing one way? Like, why is it only one side of the moon facing the Earth the entire time? If it was just captured. Like, if something was, like, floating through space, it would have some kind of spin. Like, does Earth have so much, like, riz that it can catch a floating rock and make it, like, look at it the entire time as it's going around?
Yeah, and your use of riz right there was excellent.
You like that?
I don't think I've ever used that word, but I'm going to try to.
I've got kids.
You got kids? Yeah.
I've got kids.
You got kids. I've got dogs.
They got riz.
Yeah, they do.
I know Jax does.
I'm pretty sure I can hear Penny breathing over there.
Yeah, that's Penny.
Yeah.
She's taking a little nap.
People, if you hear it, we try to keep her out. We've given up. She
finds her way in, or she whines, or she barks, and she just doesn't.
So she's part of the pod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's part of the pod. She always will be. But yeah, so let's talk about the ancient civilizations. What was cool was that there was a time that there wasn't a moon. Did you run across that?
Yes. There was I can't remember their names, but
they were in Greek.
Greeks. Yeah, the Greeks.
Arsenians? Am I making that up?
I don't know. You know what? I think I have it here somewhere.
You do?
Let me look at my handy dandy notebook.
Okay, Steve. Okay, actually, I found it. It is from the Greek writings described the Procelians, people said to exist before the moon. Other ancient cultures contain stories describing unusual celestial changes or strange lights appearing in the sky long ago. Some conspiracy researchers believe these myths preserve fragments of forgotten history. Others argue they are simply symbolic stories tied to mythology and religion.
And let's start talking about the Anunnaki.
Oh, yes, the Anunnaki from Nibiru.
Yep, and this is where the moon theory stops sounding like science fiction, people.
Oh, yeah? How?
And start sounding almost spiritual.
Okay.
They believe it was built as part of this system designed to control humanity itself.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay. So you think the Anunnaki and the moon are like working together? Like they were part of the same time period when they were here, you think?
It's possible.
You think they brought the moon with them?
I think that's possible. But I also don't know. Conjecture, people. Conjecture.
Okay, let me test your Bible knowledge because I'm not sure.
Okay.
In the creation, does God talk about creating the moon?
I don't believe so. Well, the heavens.
The heavens, but the heavens is the sky.
Well, he created all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know if he...
I don't know if he created the moon. Maybe he did.
Maybe he created something.
But that's where...
that created that.
I'm going to have to look real quick.
Well, you look real quick. I'm going to go further into this.
Go further.
So this is where the hollow moon theory collides with one of the internet's darkest rabbit holes as we talk about the Anunnaki. There's also the reptilians, and that the idea that it's actually a spiritual prison.
The reptilians would live in the moon.
They would.
If they lived anywhere, it would be the moon. And that makes perfect sense to me because it's so scary. It's up there.
The moon's scary. And now, before we go further, let's be clear. Again, this is absolutely not scientific evidence. This is just us talking. Which I think y'all know that already after listening to the first three, that we don't know what we're talking about most of the time. But we're out here exploring it with you.
Yes, we are.
But these theories exploded online because they combine ancient mythology extraterrestrials, hidden history, spirituality.
So, if the Anunnaki brought the moon with them, but they left, do you think, like, in that scenario that they set up the prison planet and then they left?
Do you think they started here? Well, let's go into the Anunnaki origins for people that don't know it.
Yeah.
Let's do just a brief discussion of the origins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Anunnaki originally come from the ancient Sumerian mythology. In ancient Mesopotamian.
That's a hard word.
That's a
Mesopotamian.
Boy, that's a big word.
Ooh, yeah. That's a big boy word.
The Anunnaki were described as powerful divine beings connected to creation, kingship, and the heavens. Modern conspiracy theories transformed these mythological figures into extraterrestrials. Much of this came from, I don't know if you've heard of him, Zecharia Sitchin.
Oh, yes. Chariots of the Gods and what's the other book?
Was that Zecharia Sitchin?
I think so.
We're gonna do another fact check.
Chariot. No, it was not. It's Eric von Draken.
That's yeah.
Danken.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's a reach.
It was a reach.
Yeah. Well, that's why we fact check.
We fact check. We do.
Okay. Well,
was Zecharia Sitchin?
He interpreted ancient tablets as evidence that advanced beings came to Earth thousands of years ago from a place called Nibiru. According to modern interpretations, the Anunnaki genetically engineered humanity for labor, altered civilization, and influenced early human religion. Historians and archaeologists strongly reject these interpretations, but the theories became foundational in ancient astronaut culture.
I think the Anunnaki could be some type of Nephilim or fallen angels.
Yeah, that's kind of where I go with it.
With the genetic mutation and everything like that.
Doesn't ancient aliens, it's like every episode.
Yes.
We're talking about the Anunnaki again.
Because they're the main culprit. They're the ones that are tied into everything, which to me gives them more validity that it's a well-known fact throughout history that they did exist.
Yeah. I mean,
could they be aliens or could they be demons? I don't know. But did they bring the moon with them?
absolutely.
Absolutely. The moon has always reminded me of the Death Star. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit before. You even said it was rusting before.
Yes, it is rusting. There's hematite all over the place. And there's not enough water on the moon's surface to create that much rust. It's only on the poles. And where they're finding this rust everywhere is everywhere but the poles. So, yeah, the moon is rusting. It's hollow. It's just a very, very old Death Star that is covered in cosmic dust and is just camouflaged itself as a moon.
Yeah. Unless you have a telescope, apparently you can just look up there and see things glowing on it. You can see giant structures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's huge structures. There's huge antennas. There's boxes. There's pyramids. There's buildings with right angles. There's glowing blue orbs of light that could be some kind of a power source. It looks like there's biodomes, broken biodomes on the moon. Like there's crashed ships on the moon. You guys got to watch Celestial.
I know you don't believe us, but you got to watch it.
You got to watch Celestial. It's from the 1994 Clementine mission where they went and they took high-definition photos of the moon, the front-facing side, back-facing side. When NASA released them originally, they were very blurred or, faded out, but through Freedom of Information Act requests and everything else, we were able to actually get the real photos that were not edited. Mm-hmm. And the amount of stuff that's on there is totally incriminating that there is stuff on the moon and we have no idea what it is.
I might say it's astronomical.
Yeah, definitely astronomical. 100% astronomical. And if we are up there with them, either our government or other governments, and we're working with, extraterrestrials or whatever they are, if they're on the moon, then you better guarantee they're on Mars too. And we're probably in a lot more places than they really want to tell us.
Why does Elon want to go to Mars so bad?
Because there's stuff already there.
He knows something.
He knows something.
They know stuff.
Just like, what's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg?
No.
I was just naming
Timothy Alvarino.
Oh, our boy.
Yeah, Cydonia. There was an old civilization on Mars, and there could have been an old one on the moon. maybe that's what we're seeing. Maybe we went up there and we were like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff up here. We should probably leave.
Yeah, I'm not certain it's active, but I think it could be.
It very well could be.
Yeah, and
on the Celestial documentary, like he saw differences in stuff that had been either built or moved or things weren't there before. Like it was active back in the 70s at least.
yeah, and there's another theory with the Anunnaki, and I'm sure you've heard this. I've heard it on Ancient Aliens and everything else. Weird that I watch, but that the Anunnaki could actually be reptilian.
Yeah, they very well could be.
And the other thing about reptilians, I mean, supposedly, is they can shapeshift.
Mm-hmm.
That's a theory behind that. So they could be like deep state, controlling banks, controlling governments, media.
Right
I mean,
up my alley,
we know the media is getting controlled.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I mean, you showed me that video the other day that they weren't even trying. It's like a guy's face was coming off
his mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was wearing a mask, which, I mean, it was so obvious. Back, during the Biden years, I always thought Biden was wearing a mask because I would see little things like that. It wasn't that noticeable. And people always thought, like, I was crazy or...
Well, you are crazy.
I am crazy. But then when I saw it and I showed it to you, I was like, that is so obvious. Like, it's not even...
They're all reptilians.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you.
Shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters. They are... Aliens are in our government and controlling our government. Like, I believe that. I really do.
And if you don't want to be friends with us after we talked about this and showed you how crazy we are, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
I don't care. Life is too short to, let people tell you what you want to believe or what you're supposed to believe because everyone's life experiences and everyone's brains work differently and how we interpret the world around us. And I don't know. I don't believe that we're the only thing out there, And there's stuff on the moon to prove it.
There is. There's also the, and we're getting into it now, the soul catcher theory.
Mm. The soul catcher, yes.
Yeah. The soul catcher, that's probably the most disturbing of the conspiracies.
That one's really scary.
Conspiracies. I'm having trouble with words.
You are. You're having a hard time with words tonight.
I'm trying.
The whole soul catcher thing, like that freaks me out. But like I know that my soul is taken. I know that my soul is claimed by Jesus Christ. So maybe that's what happens to people who are not claimed by Jesus Christ. That their soul is stuck in that perpetual loop. And to me, honestly, that seems like hell.
Yeah.
Like
Well, it's kind of like if that was a real thing, which I don't know.
I don't know
about that. But
I don't know about
it. It's kind of like where reincarnation comes in.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the documentary called The Boy Who Once Lived?
No.
Dude, so it is mind-blowing.
Now that you bring this up, I have actually heard of accounts where people could recall past lives.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something to this.
Maybe there is.
Theory.
Maybe there is. And that it just keeps getting recycled. But, I mean, I think, that's cool for everyone else whose, soul isn't claimed by Jesus Christ. I get to leave. But everyone else,
we out of here, bro.
We out of here, bro. I'm not hitting repeat.
No repeat for us.
No repeat for me.
And then they said, I think we were watching, we talked about it on the Y-Files, something about a cube.
Yeah, they're trying to find a cube up there, and they think that's what the soul catcher is.
And we'll try to link that picture into this so you can see what we're talking about. But it looks like a cube. Mm-hmm. So the theory is maybe that's it.
They tried to call it a digital artifact or something on the camera. Okay. Like, I'm not believing that anymore, just like UFOs aren't swamp gas. And the Chinese got some really good pictures of the moon. Like, theirs are very, very detailed. And, you saw the cube on there. The ones from, like, the Apollo missions, like, there's stuff there. If you brighten it up, you do a lot of work, like post-edit work, you can find a lot of things on the moon's surface, too. You can see really tall buildings. You can see UFOs flying around. Like, and all the other theories about the astronauts when they got there, like they saw UFOs like hanging out on the edges of craters or that they were being watched. That to me is pretty scary and could be possible, but I don't think we went up there to the moon and what they told us we went in, I think we used the sports model. Maybe that
sport model from Bob Lazar.
From Bob Lazar, like
he didn't make it.
No,
I'm just saying he told us about it.
He told us about it, and that's what he called it. I think that our government probably used some UFOs to go up to the moon, and they didn't want to let the Russians know exactly what we had, so we had to fake a moon landing because that is the only thing that makes sense. Because going out in space in the little aluminum rocket that they went in with no lead, nothing to protect them from the radiation, and they're out there for over a week, and they're not dead.
I've looked at that thing. I could kick it in half.
Yeah. Like, okay. Like, there's nothing that's keeping them safe in there. The Van Allen radiation belts,
Yeah, and supposedly with that, we couldn't even gone that far.
No. We can only stay in low Earth
Not
orbit.
with that thing.
Not with that thing.
With the sport model.
With the sport model.
Maybe.
You could. I think you could go anywhere. And I think we used alien technology to go to the moon. And when we got there, we noticed that other things were there. And then we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're leaving now.
Reverse engineered technology we used.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went up there and they saw reptilians.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, hey, we're out. We're going to go back to Earth because we don't want to be near the reptilians and the whole soul catcher thing, which I'm going to be honest, people, I'm not subscribing to that one.
No, that one's a little far-fetched.
That's a little far-fetched for me, but the whole idea behind it is like they use it to kind of feed off the suffering, much like the Dog Man.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
feed off the fear.
I thought about that.
What if Dog Man's up there? What if Dog Man is up there running the soul catcher? Could be.
Could be.
Probably not.
He would be a good candidate for it.
Yeah, and I'm still, when I'm up here and I'm looking over my fence in the backyard, I'm still looking for that big dog head and those yellow eyes just staring at me.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I hope I'm not thinking about it too much.
You have been. I haven't thought about it at all.
And I don't want to.
Yeah, I live so close to you. Don't
I
summon
know
it.
it's going to come knock on your door.
No, I will never answer the door for no Dog Man.
No. If a Dog Man is at your door, do not open that door.
Don't answer it. Even if it's Halloween, you think it's someone in a costume, don't do it.
Yeah.
Best advice we can give on this podcast.
Yeah, rein us back in. So we're talking about reptilians, prison planet theory. They're feeding off our fear. We're being reincarnated and cycled. I'm going to go ahead and just double down on that. I don't buy this one. I buy that there are structures on the moon because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen multiple pictures that there's just a lot of evidence. I mean, you just get out there and look at it. Like, something's going on.
So if it's like occupied and they're using it, like, what are they doing up there?
And also, the moon is 25% of the Earth's size, but 1% of its density.
Because it's hollow.
Because it's hollow,
Because it's hollow. And it's rusting, and this is just my opinion, it's rusting because it is metal. The moon is metal.
Some type of alloy.
Some type of alloy that's rusting because there's things inside the moon that are either creating water or dust or something to come out. And who knows, maybe planet Earthians, human beings are up there too, working hand in hand with whoever's up there.
I think that's very possible.
Truth is stranger than fiction sometimes, man.
That's what they say. And I'm going to give you another truth, stranger than fiction moment.
Okay.
This is going to be our strange brew encounter for the night.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
And I don't know how many times we're going to do this segment, but I'm doing it one more time.
Do it one more time. One more again.
All right. One of the strangest stories ever connected to moon conspiracies comes from a man named Ingo Swann. Swann was not an astronaut, scientist, or military officer. He was a psychic. Or at least that's how most people described him. During the 1970s, Swann became heavily involved in secret government-funded experiments tied to remote viewing, the alleged ability to mentally perceive distant places, objects, or even events without physically being there.
I've heard of this. I don't know how much I put into that, but I do know that the CIA took a lot of interest into it and did a lot of research and did a lot of projects that had to do with it.
People still mess with it. I watched Rob Lowe, if anyone knows Rob Lowe.
Talking about the actor?
Yeah. Very handsome actor.
He is a very handsome actor. He was in Tommy Boy.
And Tommy Boy and Parks and Rec. Chris, what was his name?
Farley.
No.
Oh, Pratt. Chris Pratt?
No, his name is Chris Traeger.
Oh, that's his name.
That was his name in Barcelona.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I don't know.
Once again, people, we don't know. But he did a show with his kids called The Low Files, and they did like a remote viewing experiment, and he did very well. Like, he was in a different place. His kids were somewhere else, and they were telling him to try to imagine where his kids were at or something like that.
Yeah.
And he named a lot of stuff that lined up.
Really?
And it was pretty impressive. So there might be something to remote viewing. But according to Swann, he basically got approached by some people, and they wanted him to do this special project. Mm-hmm. He claimed he was recruited into a highly secretive operation by a mysterious government-connected individual. During one remote viewing session, Swann said he focused on the far side of the moon, of course, and what he described terrified him. According to Swann, he allegedly perceived structures on the lunar surface.
Yep.
Towers, machinery, artificial-looking buildings, but the strangest part wasn't the structures, it was the beings.
Yes. Yeah, he like looked in a window, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I remember that story. Yeah, he
Or he appeared there, he was around them.
He like looked in and he said they were like busy at work, and he was watching them as he was remote viewing, and then he said like all of them stopped and like turned and looked and pointed at him at the window, and then he said like, they see me, and the guy, I forgot what his name was, whoever was in charge of the thing, running the operation, was like, come back,
get out,
you need to get out. And then like he came back and he was like, what? And he's like, okay, we're done, no more.
And he didn't say they were like, he didn't, I don't, maybe he did and I just don't recall, but I don't think he specified. He just said they were humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid. That's all he said.
So we're not saying they're gray aliens.
No.
Could be us. Could be us up there.
It could be us up there. He said there was a green light. I think I remember him saying that kind of made him go towards this building, whatever it was. He did have some credit, though. I think it was later after that he did some more remote viewing for the government, and he went to go look at Jupiter.
Yeah,
and
Jupiter, yep.
He described Jupiter, like its atmosphere, a bunch of like basic stuff. But then he said that it had a ring, like a small ring around it. And I think one of the satellites was going by it at the time.
Yeah.
And they looked and there wasn't a ring. But years later, like another Voyager went by and then they did. They did see a ring.
There was a ring.
There was a small ring around Jupiter. So I can give some credit to where credit's due, like for him. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It could be that. He did say, I think why they were able to see him was because they were telepathic too, or something like that.
So what I imagine in my head is like, you're doing that, you're putting your consciousness out there, and in my head I see gray aliens. I know it's not, maybe not gray alien, maybe gray alien, we don't know. But just imagine, like you just zone in, and you're there, and all of a sudden these dudes start turning around, looking at you, and you're like, oh.
It reminds me of like Insidious. You remember like when they're in the underworld or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, and they could see you.
They can see you. Mm-hmm. That's like that moment. I don't know if you've ever watched Justice League. Not a great movie. Well, the Snyder remake was better. That was a good movie. Okay, that was a good movie. But the first one, not a good movie. But there was this moment where the Flash, no one could see the Flash, right?
Right.
The Flash is zooming around, trying to get an edge on Superman and going, just breaking the sound barrier over here, and you just see Superman's eyes cut and look right at him. Like, I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
And that's how those aliens were.
Those aliens were doing it.
They caught him.
Because, and now I'm going back, that maybe it couldn't have been, I mean, we don't have telepathic people that I know of.
Who?
We.
Oh, like we as human beings? Telepathic?
Yeah.
I mean, twins.
Yeah.
Twins kind of do. Me and my wife kind of do.
Yeah. Intuition.
Intuition is one thing. Yeah. I've always wanted to be able to remote view, and the moon would be one place I would remote view.
Well, honestly, I think we probably do have telepathic abilities. We don't have them anymore. Or they're there. They're just dormant.
We just don't know how to use them.
They're dormant ever since the fall of Adam. Like it just deteriorated. Our genome's just getting worse.
I think we have it maybe a little bit when we're children. I think it's something that has to be developed as you grow up. Maybe some people can, like this guy.
Maybe. I mean, there are prophets.
Yeah. I mean, I have deja vu all the time.
I do too.
Like, there was a time I had it on a regular basis, and it was getting kind of creepy, and then it went away.
Yeah. I've had that happen. I've gone through bouts of deja vu.
Maybe it's the moon relaying back a previous life or a previous day.
I just want to cut back to the moon. Weirdest thing ever. Mm-hmm. Weirdest thing ever. The moon's weird.
Yes, it is. It's 100%
And
weird.
And the more you look into it, the weirder it gets.
Mm-hmm. You have more questions.
Everyone watch Celestial.
Yes.
Go to, is it called BitChute?
Yes, BitChute.
Is that a safe place, Nick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's safe.
Okay.
You have to go through some ads, but no, that's the only place you
Or
can
find
find
it somewhere else if you can.
Yeah.
But that's a place to find it.
Yeah. You used to be able to buy it on Amazon. You can't buy it on Amazon anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they took it down. Yeah. And in my experience, when they take something down and try to hide it, it's because it's true. And the stuff that is on the moon it's so mind blowing because you just don't expect that. You expect the moon to just be the moon. It's just a rock up there floating around, and you don't put much thought into it because it's always been there. But the more that you look at it, the more that you try to figure out about it, it just gets weirder and weirder.
It's huge and hollow.
And every other moon in our galaxy like spins. It's not a perfect circle.
It's not spinning. I don't know if they know why it doesn't spin.
They said because it's tidal locked. Like it's locked to the planet.
Our gravity is so strong.
Our gravity's so strong that it doesn't spin anymore.
And also, how perfect is that?
It's very perfect.
For creation.
Uh-huh. Or for something to hide on the other side.
Or for something to hide on the other side. Mm-hmm. And you know who else thinks the moon landing was fake? Hecklefish.
Hecklefish.
And Hecklefish knows things. I know he knows things. I've heard.
Because that's the guy who does Y-Files. That's his real thoughts, I think, is Hecklefish.
Yeah, he is Hecklefish. Isn't that
right,
right, AJ?
He knows it.
Please come on our podcast.
Yes, please. That'd be so much fun. Save us.
Save us from ourselves. And on that note, I think we're done.
Are we?
Are we?
I mean, we can. We can be done.
What else do we have?
Maybe like upcoming things. What's coming up in your life? What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? More of these.
More of these? More episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working right now on getting some guests lined up.
Nice.
Doing that, and we're going to get into some weirder stories. I want to get back into Bigfoot again. You know, I love talking about Bigfoot.
No, you do.
I do. That spider crawling son of a...
I know. I still
I
can't.
don't think he's... Bigfoot's a strange one.
Maybe he lives on the moon.
What if Dogman and Bigfoot live on the moon?
It's possible.
It's not possible.
You think Bigfoot could fit in one of those little UFOs? No.
No.
He's an Earthling. But you know what's also weird? It's like human beings, we don't really belong here either. Like our bones can't withstand the gravity that's here. Like over you know 50 years, our bones start to cripple in on itself because the gravity's just pulling on us so much. The sun like gives us.
Yeah, that's a theory that we aren't from here because of that.
And the Anunnaki, right?
Man, I don't trust the Anunnaki.
I don't either. They're not any kind of saviors. I think they were very evil things.
I think, as Timothy Alberino would say, they're probably the apostate.
Yes.
Sons of God.
They could be. They very well could be. Because, I mean, they got superpowers, right?
Or tech.
Or tech, yeah. They've just been here for a very, very long time.
I think they're just smart.
You think they came from another galaxy? Or you think they're part of Nibiru that's on our solar system? Right? Because that's like the Planet X.
I think they're probably in our solar system.
Yeah. I think they've just been here.
I think there's a lot we obviously don't know. We don't even know what's going on the moon right now. And that's the closest thing.
Yeah. We don't even know about our oceans either.
We know a little. Well, no, we don't. No, we don't.
We don't know much about that. That's what NASA started off being.
Oceans?
Yeah. They were studying the ocean floor, and then they did that, I don't know, for like a year, and they were like, peace out, we're going to space. The exact opposite way.
I think there's a real possibility that some of these things are coming out of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. USOs, right?
Yeah.
Unidentified submerged objects. That's what they used to be called.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You found it.
I did.
You did. I think we're winding down. Our brain cells are starting to fail us, and
Shooting
it's
off.
very
man.
late over here
It
because
is.
that's the only time we can do this.
It's a late night on the moon.
And that's why coffee is necessary.
Mm-hmm. Until next time.
On that note, we'll see you later.